Hey guys, today I want to talk about this post that I found on YouTube while I was browsing through the PoE community, and this is a post by Belton. If you don't know who Belton is, he's basically the GOAT crafter. Nobody knows more about crafting than this guy, both in PoE 1 and PoE 2, and this post, it is really interesting because this could put GGG in a sticky situation. So let's read it. Today I was informed The Farmer is another crafter YouTuber that is really cool. I like his content a lot too, and he also knows a lot. Is running a contest race on his stream with a prize pool of a few mirrors that he will award his viewers that win. And this is entirely true. We can go to his video that he has right here when he explained this. I think it is going to start tomorrow, the event, and it is going to be called the Boss Bash Bonanza or the Boss Bonanza, something like that. Really interesting, really cool. I like that he's doing this. So nothing against the farmer, of course. It is awesome, everything that he's doing. But let's continue Belton's post, right? For half a decade, I have been trying to do this with receipts in every possible iteration imaginable and was always told, quote, I'm afraid that users are not able to give away items on a stream. These actions are effectively paying for viewership or subscribers with in-game items and as such constitute real money trading, which is in direct breach of the terms of use for Path of Exile. And this is entirely true. If you have at any point watched a PoE streamer, you will realize that they never ever give in-game rewards for anything. Like, oh, I will give away something for viewers or for subs or even for follows or even for nothing. Nobody gives away shit because it could be perceived as this and you could get banned in Path of Exile. So streamers don't do it. That is why you see when there is a contest, it is backtalked by GGG, for example, the Caesar's content, and the rewards are not in-game rewards, are not like we are going to give you a mirror or divines. It is cash money or maybe an item like we are going to foil a unique for you, and it is directly by GGG. But people don't make a contest where the reward is in-game currency because you will be violating this rule and you could get banned. That is why you never ever see people doing it, right? So Belton keeps saying, I am in utter disbelief that they have okayed this, which means the farmer is not trying to break the rules in here. He asked GGG and they said, go ahead. So he's in the clear, this is fine, he's doing cool, no problem there, right? With no malice or ill-intended shade towards X, or the farmer, right? But simply the duplicity and apparent two-tier way in which GGG does this. And this is the sticky situation, right? Because I think it is cool that they okayed the farmer to do this event. I think it is awesome. The problem is, why didn't okay Belton in the past? This now creates the perception of they don't like Belton, right? or they like this guy more. And it feels weird. It feels weird. Maybe the details of the event, or they are changing their minds now with PoE 2. But what I think is, the cat is out of the bag now. You can't, well, you can, but you shouldn't say to the farmer now that he has been organizing this event one day before the event, hey, don't do the event. We are going to cancel it because of that. That will feel awful for him, right? So that the cat is out of the bag there, right? What I think should happen is that now if Belton want to do something like that in the future, you kind of have to say yes, but you don't have to do anything. But at this point, it would feel weird, shitty, that you say no to him and yes to the other guy, right? That is what I am trying to say here. There shouldn't be a bias in this type of situations, right? Because it feels weird if there is bias. I know that some people might say, yeah, they don't like Belton or they do like this guy. I don't know. There are some accusations of real money trading or whatever. If there is something real money trading in there, then he should be banned. So it is not that. It is not that. Maybe the nature of the event. They like the nature of this event better than the nature of the events that Belton was going to do. I don't know, man, to be honest. But when I was reading this, to me it felt weird because I always put myself in the situation. What if I want to do an event and they tell me no, and then another guy they tell yes? That would feel awful for me. And I am just saying it in a 1-1, like at this point in time. But like Belton is saying in here, for half a decade he has been trying to do it. So the only thing that makes me kind of think about this is he was probably trying to do it for a long time in POE1. They said no to him several times. He gave up and he said, okay, they are not going to allow this. I will just give up and continue with my life. And now they kind of maybe probably change politics inside, not necessarily in the TOS, but inside they said, well, if someone asks for this, let's okay it. And Belton was not aware and they okayed the farmer, right? So from now on, if Belton wants to do an event like this, I think they should approve it. And that will probably just, that it is what it is, right? We can't go back in time and okay you the other times, right? And it would feel shitty to cancel the farmer now, the events for the farmer, right? So the only thing that is doable right now is just approve his events in the future, I think. Or maybe a statement. Well, we are allowing this for this. Give a reason, right? We previously didn't do it for this and we are okay in this for this. To make the guy feel okay in some way, right? Okay. It is one, and he emphasized that this is one of the many attempts I have made at running such a contest, with the multiple follow-ups I gave trying to find a way to work around the alleged framework, and their consistent denial refusal to allow it to happen. I'm not talking GGG's official endorsements or promotion, so he's not even saying that they should go out of their way to support this, how they do with the content, that they do the full support, right? He's just wanting to do a contest on his own, but they say, I'm talking, I will be banned for running a competition with a reward, and this is true. That is the risk, that they could ban you and you don't want to get banned, so you don't do it. This actually pisses me right the fuck off. And I understand why. I would be pissed off too. If you have a minute to read over the email, perhaps I am missing something that will distinguish between these two cases, although as I am sure most of you know, I am rather thorough in my inquiries. So he puts a link in here, which is the whole back and forth with GGG. I am not going to read the whole thing, but you can see that they outright say, I'm afraid that users are not able to give away items on a stream. These actions are effectively paying for viewership or subscribers with in-game items, and as such constitute real money trading. He goes back and forth and they deny his request, basically. Thanks for anticipated feedback. Edit provided some more clarification for why I am upset about this in the comments that I pinned. He pinned some comments to this very post and he's putting it here too, right? To clarify, in case this comes off in any way spiteful, snarky, or diminishing to the farmer, I know that this is not what he's doing here. It is obvious. The farmer is just doing his content. He was probably not aware any of these things happened with Belton. He's just doing his content. He said, okay, go ahead. This is in no way the farmer's fault, or should he be affected in any way, right? My frustration is with GGG, not him, obviously. Obviously, I think it's a good idea. A view I've held for half a decade is that I've repeatedly been denied this request in the past. Naturally, growing a channel viewership, instilling goodwill in the community, and encouraging people to engage with a part of the game you enjoy via incentivizing a competition therein are all obvious reasons why someone might want to do this. And with no attempt to ratio something, I had a significantly greater in-game financial capacity to facilitate. You know that Belton is always rich because of all the crazy shit he does. The amount of additional time, effort, personal expense, and grind that being denied those requests in the past has cost me is substantial. I know that is selfish in nature, but I cannot for the life of me see any distinguishing factor between the two propositions. And this is, I understand why he feels affected, and he's also acknowledging that it feels selfish, because this is the point what should GGG do? Do you want GGG to cancel the farmer event? I wouldn't want them to do it, you know. What I want them to do is let the event go, let the event play out, but then if Belton or another person wants to do an event, allow it to happen. Allow it to happen. But that they have to go through the process. It is not that now everybody has free reign and everybody starts doing some crazy shit that could be construed as real money trading, as they are saying, like, oh, I am going to give viewers mage bloods or whatever, because we know that I like that Path of Exile doesn't allow you to do this. It is cool because that could create a vicious cycle when a streamer invests real money trader behind the curtains, where they buy a bunch of divines or a bunch of expensive items off a stream, and then on a stream he gives away to subscribers. Subscribe so you can win a mage blood. So that creates a feedback loop that is awful, that I am glad that GGG doesn't allow. Thank God GGG don't allow this kind of behavior. But at the same time, if you are allowing this this event in the future, when another content creator wants to do an event and goes through the steps of asking GGG like the farmer did, then you have to approve it, man. Then you have to approve it if it meets certain conditions, let's say, certain criteria, then you have to approve it. Because if not, it will feel biased and it feels shitty to the other person, right? So they can rewind it to approve Belton retroactively, right? It is weird. And it will feel shitty if they cancel the farmer. So what I think can happen is only moving forward, address the situation, right? He says, what am I missing? I spoke to farmer prior to writing this. I would not have written it if I thought he or his competition would be in jeopardy as a result of this post. Okay, he knows that the competition is fine and he wants the competition to be fine. That is cool. He has explicitly asked GGG and been given direct permission to do so. I am fully in support of that and him. This spot is not to question either, but rather why. I agree completely with this. I like Belton's content a lot. I like the guy a lot. I agree with him in this post that this situation should be addressed. I don't know, maybe stating what are the conditions for the future. Maybe given why this is an exception, if it is an exception, and or they are moving forward with a different policy in the future. The creators should know what is up with this. You know what is even better, GG? Create a creators program, or maybe there is and I am nodding and I don't know. But create a creators program like other companies. I was in a creator program for Marvel Snap, for example, where you have a Discord where everybody is in and we all get the same news, what it is allowed, what is not allowed, all the set permissions and blah, 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 blah. But yes, dude, this is a situation that I wanted to bring up to you guys to know what you guys think about this. I know that it is probably disconnected from you in the way that you don't get affected either way, but at the same time, a little bit of empathy towards Belton, right? That you, if this happened to you, you will feel shitty. What do you think about the event, by the way, from the farmer? Are you going to participate? You are not going to participate? You don't care? What up? I think it is a cool event. I am not going to participate for time reasons, but I think it is a cool event and I hope everything goes well for him. But I also hope everything goes well for Belton in the future. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole situation. You care, you don't care, this is a nothing burger. What should you do now or in the future to address this type of problems? Let me know everything in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Also remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever, because this is just a ride.